everyone, and welcome to this Video on Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield, and today we're actually back with the Compaq LTE 5280, because to be honest, I owe you folks a hands-on video of this. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, this machine, just as a memory jog for those that might need it, this is a Pentium 120 machine with a 2 GB hard drive and 48 megabytes of memory. It's quite a lot, actually. It has a floppy drive built in. You can get an optional CD-ROM drive module. Very easy to actually switch out the drives. Literally, you've got a catch on the side. You flick that. Sorry, I said you flick that. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, it's quite, that didn't really want to go anywhere. You, like I said, you kind of pull that catch towards you. It's very tight. And out comes a floppy drive. And then you can put in, you know, a battery or a CD-ROM drive, or, like I said, just this floppy drive, just this very dirty floppy drive. I'd like to get the CD-ROM module for this. There we go. But for the moment, I've just got the floppy drive, so I'm using this Arcos PC card CD-ROM. So, with that all said, let's power up. Now, in the last video, you saw me install Windows 95 RTM. Well, I had some problems with that. So I gave 95B another go. In the end, I had to actually install it from the CD-ROM itself. And it installed itself just fine. There we go. So as you can see, I've given it a Compaq branded Windows 95 startup logo. There's the PC card devices registering. Am I going to get another one? Or is it just going to sit here forever? Nope, there we go. So this makes a good Windows 95 machine, but it also makes a good Windows 3.1 machine, even if it is just a Pentium 120. So, here we are. What we've got here is a typical Windows 95 desktop, the Compaq background, and copied over the Compaq branding from the Armada 1590 DT. Just changed it so that reads LTE 5280 as opposed to Armada family. There's quite a few things on here. Adobe Acrobat, Kid Pics, Microsoft Money, Office for Windows 95 Professional, Publisher 95, PaintShop Pro, and WinRAR. Not a lot of games on here at the moment, actually. I regret to say. So, it's wired for Windows 95. A wee Simpsons reference for those of you who caught it. And Office 95 was the last version of Microsoft Office before the Office assistants were introduced. And yes, that does include Clippy. Then there's Publisher 95. Yeah. Wonder what we could make. Could I make a CD case? Nope. Could I make a cassette case? Cover. No. Well now. That's not very good, is it? I can't even make my own cassette case anywhere. Yeah. I don't like that. What speciality? Oh well. So that's Publisher 95, and you know, one can use it to make a newsletter or something. Stuff like that. It's odd seeing that with the newer Publisher logo, actually. I never used Publisher 95 at school. I mean, I went straight from using Publisher 2.0 to using Publisher 98. So, I even skipped out 97, would you believe? Then you've got Microsoft Works 4. I was running Works 3 on this, originally, because I was running Windows 3.1, but, hey-ho! Wasn't it that hard drive right enough? There's the Works word processor. Now, I guess you can draw a couple things on KidPix. I've been playing with KidPix a lot recently, actually. And I like how you can hold down keys and you can get different effects. And these remind me of the coloured slinkies that you could get, because the 90s were awesome. And I also discovered this as well. I just love the sound that Ghost makes. I'm sorry, it's just derpy. Oh, didn't realise I pasted that in there. Now I've just kind of scrubbed all over it. Oh well. Time to get rid of it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Look at that! The machine remembers the date! It is indeed March the 2nd, 2015. It's coming up to quarter to 1. Okay, enough of this flim-flam. Let's get some games going on here. Oh. Let's get some games going on here anyway. What I've got is some games on this CF card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it in here. So there we go. Hopefully, yep. It's dismounted the flash card that's already in there. And, right, I forget, it is, these PC card slots are quite a bit fiddly. See, I've actually had to unplug the CD-ROM drive to be able to get at the other PC card slot. And now it's just giving me a row for not ejecting it properly. You'll get over it. So here's a CF card. I'm sorry, you can't actually see it. Here is a CF card, a PCMCIA to CF card adapter. Not to be confused with the IDE to CF card adapter. And what I've got here is a 4 gig card. I'm going to insert it in there. Insert the PC card adapter back into the laptop. Obviously it treats every CF card as a different device because it has its own controller. Great, now I have to install it. Shouldn't take too long though. There we go. And now that tells me that the CF card has been mounted. Okay, so as you can see, I've got some games on here, so let's copy some of these over. Jazz, Jelly the Jungle, yeah, I think those will do for just now. See, I'm not sure how many of these will work, because I tried running Jazz Jackrabbit under DOS 6.22 and it just was not having any of it. And that's never happened before. I've got noise back out of the speakers. Seems that I'm getting to hear some CPU noise or some hard disk controller noise. Okay, I wonder if I can actually set it up and make it go. I know I could use some DOS sound drivers. Hang on. So as you can see on here, it's actually straight away detected Sound Blaster settings. So I might be in with a shout of running it. And indeed I am. And I like how the area around this is blue. And just kill the music just for now. Right, good. And this is, and now we actually come to a criticism of this machine. In that, as you can see, the picture has quite a thick black border all around it. Now it's quite good because while it will actually stretch a resolution to fit the 4:3 aspect ratio, it doesn't actually stretch it to fill the screen. Now I am aware that back in the day panel stretching was, well, it was something of a difficult art. You know, I mean there's lots of machines that do it, you know, that did do panel stretch, and the results were often, you know, they left a heck of a lot to be desired. The 1590 DT, for example. But I mean, that's, you know, we kind of just accepted it as kind of the norm back then. But to not have any panel stretch at all, it's actually made me struggle a bit being able to see this machine, even just in MS-DOS, where the panel stretch would just be a case of changing the fonts to larger ones anyway. So, I don't know, it just doesn't seem... I don't know. Doesn't seem quite... I don't know. I kind of, you know, I kind of do miss having the panel stretch. And that is a fault that is shared with the Toshiba Satellite Pro 430 CDT. Although that does have panel stretch in MS-DOS, which this one doesn't. So I'm really not too sure what the idea was. But, yeah, I mean, there it is. I mean, there is no... Whoops. That's the problem with actually trying to run the game in Windows. You can obviously disable Windows keystrokes. But, I mean, as you can see, this, you know, apart from the lack of any kind of panel stretching, this is actually running absolutely fine. And it makes a good case for me tracking down MS-DOS sound drivers should I want to go back to MS-DOS and Windows 3.11 on this machine. And actually, that is something that I might be thinking of doing. But I might do it in a dual boot config with Windows 95. I think that is the way that I'm probably going to go about it. You know, so then I think that would be I like that idea. You know, so I have a 3 gig disk that I'm going to probably attach to this machine. If I can find out how to get the hard disk and caddy out, because I can't actually pull it out, because the wee tab that should be on it is missing! At least I think it is, anyway. But yeah, so I mean, that is the plan. I think that is the long-term plan with this machine, make it a dual boot. That's something that I was thinking of when I first got my mitts on the machine back in the autumn. So that's a bit of Jazz Jackrabbit. I played it, you know, I've seen Jay play Jazz Jackrabbit about 1 million times. Yep, absolutely fine. Now let's play a bit of Gel. Oh, okay. That's not the game. But that is... Okay, so I want to change the configuration. Do I want digital sound? Yes. Do I want the musical soundtrack? No. I'm using VGA graphics, 256, and... Oh. Yeah, so that needs to run in MS-DOS mode, so we won't bother. Because, like I said, no sound drivers. So, instead, why don't we have a look at some CD-ROM Oh, that's not good either. Right. Slight issue here. Don't really... Ah. Windows might have crashed. Hang on, there is one thing actually that I do like about this machine. Now, like most laptops, it doesn't have a reset button. But if you actually press the power catch on this machine, unlike any other machine I've seen, you actually get a wee warning message telling you that any unsaved work will be lost. Press enter to shut down or press escape not to shut down. Well, I really don't want to be powering the machine off if I'm just going to be powering it back up anyway. And, you know, you're not supposed to really kind of do that. What you can do to force a reset, because, you know, if we go back into Windows, this thing's going nowhere. But if we go to the shutdown screen and then press Control-Alt-Delete from there, we see that the machine, without any problem at all, will just restart itself. See? And now we've got to run scan disk. Because the computer's all like, you didn't shut down properly last time, and then getting a little panicky. You get to check the hard disk. You get to check the hard disk. Which is actually a good thing, you know, because that is a good way to corrupt your data, is to just shut the machine down without, well, is to switch off without properly shutting down. Okay, so that was scan disk finished. Right. So, what I'm going to do is, yeah, and the reason it played the sound backwards and going did it instead of did it is because I actually unplugged the PC card. Probably pretty nice thing to do. But I'm going to now plug in the CD-ROM drive, which you can do while the computer's running. I mean, you can... PC MCIA cards are hot swappable under Windows 95. You know, they're absolutely fine. You can do that. Just as long as you make sure to eject them first. You know, it's just like USB flash drives were in the Windows 2000 days. You know, it did like you to eject the card. Now, let's have some Oregon Trail, I think. Excellent, so now we have a wee screen. We want to set it up. The Oregon Trail setup. Yeah, I totally read that license agreement. And I want to install the program. And that's where I want to put it. And creating folders and icons. Setup is complete. Simple as that. Excellent. I love this game because you know, it's set to old classic, you know, American songs and what have you. And it's really quite an immersive experience, which, you know, it's always a fascinating experience. This game, it has a near infinite amount of playability because it's just totally randomised what you're going to come across. So we can go on the trail. You're about to begin a great adventure travelling the Oregon Trail across the rugged landscape of North America. Your covered wagon, pulled by a team of oxen, will travel from Independence, Missouri to the fertile Willamette Valley in the Oregon Territory. I think that's where they made the early Pentium 4 processors, don't you? No, I'm only getting on. A journey of approximately 2,000 miles. Before you set off on the trail, you must register your name, the names of the members of your wagon party, and your occupation. After that, you'll need to buy supplies and make other important decisions. Good luck. And, you know, if you're having difficulty reading that, which, to be honest, I was, because it was such a tiny screen, I can get the LTE to read it all out.
Welcome to the Oregon Trail. You're about to begin a great adventure.
Thank you very much. But I read that myself. So you can start off as, you know, whatever you want. Whatever you start off as, you know, will determine the amount of money that you'll have. Most people just kind of start off as banker, which is, I know I shouldn't, being a liberal and all, you know, and what I, you know, closest to what my actual occupation would be something like teacher. You know, I do teach from time to time, you know, on a voluntary basis. I teach people how to use the computer for my local disability group. So it's basically something that I enjoy doing. But I'm going to start off as a banker. We're not going to play through the whole game, by the way. I've never actually got through it once because, yeah, they all end up usually dying of dysentery, and that's, you know, that's before the wagon fails to caulk itself across the river. Okay, let's see, party members. So let's have Road Geek, Elmal 3, the Power Mac Galaxy. You know what? Just a basic yellow will suffice. And who else should we have? Matthew H. 16. Let's take pity on him because he bought the wrong Packard Bell. Now we can. So I like to set off usually sometime in. I usually like to take a risk. I like to set off in March. So it's March now. So see you guys later. Kidding on. Okay, how many oxen do I want? I want some. So let's buy some. Number of oxen cost $20 a throw, and is it 1,800 I've got? So maybe I'll take 4 oxen. I'll take 10 sets of clothing, and I'll take 20 boxes of bullets, spare wagon wheels. I think I'll take 4, 2, 4 pounds of food. So I mean, obviously I'm an absolute noob at this, so just oh, I can't hold any more than 3 wagon wheels. I'm just gonna have to hope that one of the original 4 holds up. So I set off. I love that classic travelling music. Heavy fog, lose one day. Jings, there's a lot of fog around. We can see a river coming across. Now, here's where we'll have to make one of the first choices of the game. See, you can either pay for a ferry to get you across. That'll lose money, but you will get across. You can try and ford it, or you can caulk the wagon. I love the music in this game. I mean, this game originally, you know, this game as we know it came out originally for the Apple II, and you know, they just kind of had like single square wave beeps for the music. So what they've basically done is just enhanced it for the platform they're running it on. And you can pretty much run this on anything and you'll still have a fantastic time. And they literally have ported it to pretty much anything. And I'm pretty sure I saw a packet of Jaffa cakes that came with the Oregon Trail pre-installed on them once. Nah, I'm only kidding on. But right, yeah, so I can attempt to ford it, caulk the wagon, and then float it, or take a ferry across. Now, I think with this one, I can attempt to ford it. Oh dear. That didn't go very well at all. And we've lost Luke in yellow, and 2 of our oxen. Yellow and Elmal 3 have drowned. So So I guess it's just me, Billy, and Matt. Oh no, I'm Blizzard. There's another river. I think I'm going to caulk this one. Oh no! Road Geek has cholera. So what I think I can... time out. Really? I forget where the option is where I can actually take a break. Matthew H16 has a broken leg. So as you can see, I mean, this journey is kind of fraught with dangers, as an old covered wagon trail along the landscape of North America might have done. Let's have a look. I'm sorry, I'm really struggling to see, you know, some of the smaller writing on this screen. Right, okay. It seems that this laptop and Windows 95 don't get along very well at all. Really. It's a shame, actually, because, you know, I mean, I think of this as a fantastic Wii machine, and I'm sure these can run 95, it's just that mine doesn't seem to want to. And it actually came to me, as you will all be aware, in the video with in the first video I did with this machine, it actually came to me with Windows 3.1 installed. So once again, scan disk! Or maybe the machine feels like me. I mean, I've not had a cup of tea, and I do feel like, what? So, you know, maybe it's just not feeling that great. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much confirmed that I'm going to go back to Windows 3.1 on here. You know, I mean, to be honest, I like this as a 3.1 machine. You know, call me strange as you will, but I do like this very much as a 3.1 machine. And if you don't like that, well, get your own Pentium machine and put Windows 95 on it. No, I mean, a Pentium 120 should be Windows 95 compatible, but for some reason, I've just had nothing but problems with 95 on here, so, as we've seen, you know, it's the machine shouldn't just auto-magically reboot itself. No, we're just not getting anywhere. Something about iOS. So someone's iPhone somewhere has crashed and has caused my laptop to not want to work. You know what? Thanks a lot, Apple. Thanks a lot. Trust you guys to go ruin everything. Seriously. Maybe I'll call this LTE gate, and then I'll go on to... Jenks, what's the name of the website? I don't know. Maybe I'll go on to Gizmodo.com and start talking about LTE Gate thanks to iOS and the net. Everyone on Gizmodo will get butthurt and be like, but Apple, because you're using an old Windows laptop, what did you expect? Did you expect it to actually work? And I'll be like, well, yeah, of course I did. Right, let's try that again. And this time, we're not going to have any mess-ups. Yeah. Well, that is a shame, actually. My first hands-on video, maybe this machine's just camera shy, really though. It's... I feel terrible, actually, because, you know, I really wanted to get this machine a good shout on camera. You know, because it is good. It's just not working with Windows 95. I hope it's not on its way out. That would really upset me. I mean, I've not used it much since I got it, and I've been quite scared to do so in case it breaks down, because, you know, it took me ages to kind of find one of these at a reasonable price. But, you know, I mean, I guess that's the way she goes. Hopefully, though, you know, put DOS back on here and it should work fine. Anyway, with that said, I guess I can end this video. But I'd like to thank you all for watching anyway. I hope you all enjoyed it, what I could show you of it. And, yeah, if you liked what you saw, please feel free to come back to my channel for my next videos. If you've not already done so, please feel free to explore my channel for my current videos. Also, like us on Facebook, and feel free to have a look at my website. The URLs will, of course, follow. But for now, thank you for watching, and please join me for my next video.